There's the outline of the office. If you guys want to help me make the Fnaf 1 location in Minecraft, that'd be fun. I mean, if you guys want to help me. Sweeney. It's Saturday, why do you have to get off? thought the old trainer guy died. fight every single FNAF pizzeria in this same world. Why I'm making these maps is because I'm planning on doing a Jason in Fnaf series. Basically, the canceled Jason Goes to Prison series. Unless someone wants to help me make a prison for Jason to be in. Yeah, but first let me... Crystal Lake Patch. That's actually funny. That's actually funny how good it sounds. Better than what I had on my phone. Because the series was originally going to be like a Minecraft Pocket Edition series. But I canceled it because it was going nowhere. It was getting no views. Maybe these will, because FNAF's a popular thing. And FNAF AR is coming out soon. Well, there's a new FNAF game coming out, so it will be. Yes, I did. What you gonna do about it? Oh, you wanted me to be the... Okay. not gonna start off with the main area first. I'm gonna do the bathroom first. It's probably AJ Styles. I think it might be AJ Styles in your barbecue. It didn't work. Oh, hell no, you don't take his chicken, bro. Yeet! Tretch is saying wow because he's not impressed. Really? Because every time you say wow to me, it's always unimpressed. Andre Bitcha. Actually say that to his face. Did you actually meet him in real life though? Mad at me now. Making Foxy stage. Even after I made the original, while I was making Jason in prison, I was planning like spin-off series like Jason as a superhero, the main villain of the series being Pamela. For like 20 episodes, the Jason in prison. Then only 2 episodes came out because it was canceled. I canceled it because it was going nowhere. I see an animal enter, they will be slaughtered on sight. Hopefully this series does better. FNAF, in my opinion, was more relevant when there weren't new games every like 4 months. When there were just the first 2 games came out 3 months apart from each other, and then it started being this whole complicated shit. I've even made skins for Jason to be a superhero and in the military. There were going to be spin-offs of Jason in prison. And then I just canceled the series because after 2 episodes came out, because it was going nowhere. Yeah, and then I also, and the way that I knew it was going to be bad, because later on in the series Jason would find love, and I was like, oh god, that sounds horrible. And then so I canceled the series. So, and then the last episode has just been released, where he would have been released. I had like a texture pack that and mods that made the putting guns in the game, but that's not going to be in this series because now it's just going to be Jason in the Five Nights at Freddy's universe. Hell, I'll even give him like his shack with like a time machine that makes him go back in time to where everything takes place and forward in time. Now the series will not start till all the buildings have been made, which includes fucking sister location and the Fnaf 6 location. Yeah, I was already planning on that actually. I'm actually gonna make it look like it was a fucking house. I'm even gonna make the pizzeria that it comes with. I'm actually gonna make like the Fredbear's pizzeria where it comes with, or diner where it comes with. I have to make that way far. I have to make each one of them way far away. And this is a series I'm actually going to complete to its full. I don't care if the series sucks, I'm completing it. Because I said that I was going to complete Jason in prison. I canceled it because the rest of the episodes, the first episode was fine. The second episode was mad. I knew the third episode was just gonna keep declining, and then I was gonna be like, no thank you. So I just canceled it. Same thing happened with MZW for a while. MZW was I was about to shut it down, but decided, you know what, hiatus. I'll take, because the league was never online. I was like, you know what, I'm gonna ask the league if I can take full control of the company, and he said yes because he did not want part of the creative. He was still gonna be a wrestler on there, just part-time. Yeah. We thought you knew. I found out back in middle school, I found out one of my friends was gay, and I was like, oh shit. And I was spreading the word, and I was like, I know. And I told the guy who was gay, I was like, why didn't you tell me? And he said, because I don't trust you. Cause he thought I would be a bully about it, which a year later we were in the same class, and well, to be honest, yeah, that's the fucked up part, is that I became the bully and I didn't even realize it until recently. I was like, oh shit, I was an asshole to that guy. Did a pig seriously enter this damn shit? Die, piggy, die. Why are you in my pizzeria? Like, I didn't even realize I was, oh. Wait, Trent, you're a Republican? Mario. Middle school was just me being an asshole to people, but I still was doing good in school. That was high school. That was high school. Now I just realized I am talking loudly and my parents are trying to sleep. So I'm gonna stop. I ain't trying to get hit in the belly. Another middle school story. So I was friends with this guy. His name was Justin. And not only that, but I had this mortal enemy. It was a girl. Her name was Ariana. And what I didn't... And me and him became friends in 8th grade, which would be the only year we knew each other, because we went to different schools after that. And I later found out that he was dating my mortal enemy. I was like, oh, fuck. And I was like, yeah, I know her. I didn't even tell him that me and her were fucking mortal enemies. I told him when they broke up that she was my mortal enemy. He thought it was because that they broke up and I was on his side. I was like, we've been mortal enemies for like 2 years. And he was the one who broke up with her. And right when I heard that they broke up, I laughed at her from behind her back. Behind her back. Because asshole 8th grade me. Because I made an oath back in elementary school saying that middle school I'm not going to be the nice guy. Because in elementary school I was like Mr. Goody Two Shoes. So I was like, I'm going to try and be the bad guy this year. And I succeeded. However, I was more of an asshole than most of the bullies in the school. That's basically how I was like. Speaking of kissing, my one of my cousins got, well, my cousin Jessica got engaged recently. I was the biggest asshole in middle school, though. Just be lucky you didn't know me back in middle school. Otherwise, being called stubborn would have been really fitting. Just be lucky. So stubborn works out if you were talking to me back when I was in middle school. Yeah, I was in middle school. I was like the biggest asshole in the school. And the best part is, no one noticed I was the biggest asshole in the school. Like, no one noticed, like, no, I had friends, but no one noticed that I was the biggest asshole. No one even acknowledged I was the asshole because I was so chill about everything. Like, I would just talk shit behind people's backs. I was like the manipulator. Like, I may look innocent at first, but inside, I'm the deadliest son of a bitch in the building. Oh. Oh yeah, because Trent hears voices in his head. I'm pretty sure that's what he says every day. If anyone from my middle school, here was my middle school, I have 61. I graduated in 2015. If anyone remembers me by then, if anyone from that school that graduated in 2015 remembers who I am and the name Matthew Hilton, if that rings a bell and you didn't know I was the biggest asshole in the school, yeah, he was just an online friend. Friend is kind of a strong word. Acquaintance. And if you were my friend back in middle school, thank you for putting up with me. Me and my wrestling or Fnaf or Mortal Kombat talk. I was the biggest nerd, but also the biggest asshole. Also, me and Zalik, you guys know Zalik. When he was in 6th grade, I was in 8th grade. We had after school together, and every time we went outside, we just played wrestling, like in after school. Yeah. No. We even script them. We even had my brothers and my friend Billy Joe, my best friend to this day, Billy Joe. We would script. No, the gay friend was named Caesar. The gay one was named Caesar. Billy is now in the Marine Corps. I've been friends with Billy for like 11 years. I haven't spoken to him. How long have you two known each other? Because I've known you two for like 2 years now. No, you guys, you two. How long have you two known each other? Which would be what year? 2 years ago. Because I remember speaking to you guys in a party with Godly. I haven't spoke to Godly in forever, man. It's been weeks since I spoke with the league, but Godly. Why? I've seen his face. We Skyped before. Spoken to him or seen him in forever. So. Like, if you guys want to know what Sleek looks like, you could see a picture of me and him on my Instagram where we just came from the pool because we were hanging out that day. If you don't follow me on Instagram, please follow me. To anyone watching this late at night. He's an asshole. At this point, it's basically true at this point. I'm a terrible test taker. If you were to test me on Mortal Kombat or video games or wrestling, I'd probably pass that with like 90s or 100. But if you were to test me on like math, I'd probably get like 20. Tret, you're right. Also, in middle school, I believe it was last school year, I saw a kid in the bathroom, and he had a knife, and he was cutting up the toilet paper. And I was like, it was a pocket knife, and I told no one, cause I was like, I ain't no snitch. Should have told somebody. But who's I to judge why he had a knife? Maybe he was in the ROTC, or he was just showing it off to his friends. Yet again, another reason why there were metal detectors back at that school. Because if those metal detectors were there when he brought that knife in the school, they would be up his ass, and he would have been arrested on the spot. Also, a few years ago, back at Curtis High School, there were people who brought guns into the school. In my junior year, there was this kid who would get high every class, every time in English, and I was like, bro, that shit's coming my way. Can you please put it near the window? Like, dude, seriously. Also, I'm not one to hate people. To be honest, I don't. Like, I hate talking to people. I just don't hate people in general. I'm not a people person. But if I hate someone, there's going to be a reason why I hate that person. And that person in middle school was this kid named Kevin. He was in my chorus class. I hated him. Because, fucking swear to God, I just despise popular kids because I swear they get everything without even trying. Like me not being a popular kid, I need to earn everything. Yeah, and to be honest, there was this tall girl in middle school. I'm not gonna name her name because I don't know if she would like me exposing her. I don't talk to her anymore. Haven't spoken to her since middle school. That's basically every girl trying to talk to her dad. Can I go out to be with friends? If there's a boy involved, you ain't going nowhere. Anyway, there was this girl named Gabrielle. Or, oh shit, I just said her name. I said it was. And I thought Kevin liked her. So in 7th grade, I was like, Kevin likes Gabrielle. Gabriella, or I think that was her name. But what was the worst part is that my dad knew her dad, and I was like, oh. In my mind, I was like, should I have said that? Because my dad knew her dad. So I was. At this point, no one in the world knows how to spell. No one in this world knows proper grammar. If there's ever a middle school reunion for my middle school, I swear to God, I'm actually going. If you don't see me on a certain day, then you know I went there. Because I'm in Staten Island going to that middle school reunion for IS-61 because that was a good school. That school was good to me. Like, we went to Six Flags for a school trip, man. Anyone in the chat wants to hear more middle school stories, I will tell them. Or more stories in general about my life, I will tell them. Also, about that Ariana girl, you know, my mortal enemy in middle school. No, here's the thing. So, I believe it was last school year where this girl named Grace actually was still in contact with Ariana. I was like, how's she been? And she was like, she's a bitch. And I'm like, just like me. There's something in common there. We're both bitches. Both pieces of shit. I haven't spoken to Ariana since middle school. Hell, Ariana even wrote on my shirt saying, see you never. And I was like, see you never as well. Oh, I wasn't even gonna talk about her anymore. Jesus fuck. Okay, here's a story about it. We were still dating at the time, right? So we're walking down the street with her friends because, well, I don't know any of her friends. We were walking down a sidewalk with her friends. Her friend says, which is a female, says, suck my dick. There's one guy, this one black guy, just, the old man goes and says, and I'm like, what the fuck? All four of us lost it. Me, my ex-girlfriend now, her friend, and her friend's boyfriend all lost their shit. And we were like, oh my fucking god. And I'm like, did that shit just happen? One random man we don't know just goes, at that little statement. I'm like, what the fuck? But thanks to Trent, I had to bring that story up because that was worth talking about. That was funny as shit. I think we broke up like a month and a week later after that incident. Might as well just quoting Z-Flow at this point. If I wouldn't get copyrighted for it, I would just put Metallica on right now if I wouldn't get copyrighted. Or Motley Crue. I don't know, but some people say, hey, maybe you should start a podcast if you like broadcasting so much. I'm actually going to think about doing it. We're going to have to make a podcast room in Minecraft, and then we're going to just, like, do, like, the podcast. Oh, Tread's controller is broken. Muchball, do you think I should have a podcast, the 312 podcast? Since we have stories up the ass about our lives. Now, about that whole, like, twerking incident where the girl twerked on me, I don't really enjoy talking about it because that was happening, like, around, like, it actually happened before I started doing videos on TikTok right here. Well, let me mute my mic so I see how many, so you don't get a copy, so I don't get a copyright. Oh, it just went right to my profile. followers. Can you guys see it? Yeah, there you go. 399 followers. Get me to 400 at least. I need more followers. Also, about my new YouTube schedule that I released like last Sunday, I am still going to abide by it until I actually... That'll be my full YouTube schedule until other stuff starts happening. Like, say another G1 starts, then Saturdays and Sundays will be taken up with CAW, and like a whole weekend will be CAW, and there won't be another gaming stream until who knows what. And reaction videos will happen every Monday. The first of many reaction Mondays was my reaction to the Rick and Morty season 4 trailer. I should do more than one video every reaction Monday because that was a short reaction video, so that's probably why no one watched. Like, whenever I did my Nostalgia Critic reaction videos, that got views, and then Nostalgia Critic started becoming irrelevant. But then again, I haven't watched Nostalgia Critic in like a reaction video for a while, but I do still watch him occasionally, like every week. Whenever a new one comes out, I still watch him. Alright, so here's an Omegle story. If you guys want me to go on Omegle, that's gonna take a while before I get good editing equipment because, yeah, a bunch of not good safe for work shit happens on Omegle. And plus, I have a phone I don't have like. And plus, that's going to be the one computer game I play that you guys actually get a face cam for. Because Omegle needs a face cam system for me. YouTubers always go on Omegle for face cam. They need a quick face cam thing. Like live streaming for me now. Now I have a face cam. People are happy to see my face on live streams, even though my face has been revealed, and like they call it a face reveal. My face has been revealed for years. I just haven't had a chance to do things with it but other people also say that, in my mind, doing like a Jason series, like Jason in Fnaf or Jason in prison, if I have a face cam on, it's not gonna work. Like, there's a few things that you don't need a face cam for. That being like podcasts, you don't need a face cam. If you have trying to think of something else. If you have, let's say, an animation video, no face cam needed. in my mind, face cams are only for certain things. If you're gonna make reaction video, you need a face cam. If you're gonna make a live stream, face cams are an option. But people are gonna want to see your face when you do a live stream. Say you're doing like, let's just say, a very heavily edited video, like highlights. You don't need face cam for. Watch people start saying no shit. Like, if you're gonna go on Omegle, you have to have a camera, because if you're gonna film Omegle videos for YouTube, you need a camera, because that's the only way people will watch it. If you make an Omegle video which is only text, then how are they gonna know that you're getting baited? Okay, here's the thing. I've been being called a school shooter a lot recently, and it's pissing me off. Even my ex was calling me a school shooter when we were together, and I was like, and every time I get called a school shooter, I get more pissed off. Like I'm about to beat someone up. Like, every time Zalik gets online, he always asks me if we can play UFC 3. And every time I have to tell him, that's if the share play decides to fucking work. Because a bunch of the time the share play doesn't want to work for us, because apparently my PS4 hates it. And with the Wednesday, what's going to happen on Wednesdays is they're my day off until I find like a series that people want me to do. Until that happens, Wednesdays will still be my day off. Unless there's a series that you guys want me to do that doesn't involve me live streaming, then Wednesdays will stay my day off. And Thursdays and Tuesdays will be a fighting game towers. And I will do the Mortal Kombat 11 towers until I'm done with every character, or at least until the next one comes out. I will do fighting game towers until, like, for Mortal Kombat 11 until, like, Sindel comes out. And once I'm done with all of them, then I'll wait till Sindel comes out. But while I wait, I will do, like, I will try and finish Mortal Kombat X's towers. And then Sindel will come out, I'll do hers, and then continue the MKX towers. Then when Joker comes out, I think by the time Joker comes out, I'll be at Injustice 2 towers. Or, no, Injustice 1 towers will come first, because I want to go in order between those games. And once I get PlayStation Now, the towers will be MK9, Street Fighter 4, oh, Tourette sounded like he was about to start trying to be Will Smith. I swear, that's what he was about to do. Going to go, ah ha ha. Meme is dead. I have a question for you guys. Has John Cena been in the same movie as The Rock before? I don't think they have. But apparently now they're about to be in the same franchise because they're both going to be a part of the DCEU. John Cena's playing Peacemaker in the new Suicide Squad film, and The Rock's going to be playing Black Adam. But apparently The Rock's also supposed to be Namor in the MCU. But in my mind, that's not going to happen if he's already going to be Black Adam. Tret's never serious most of all. When is Tret ever serious? He's probably just spamming. That's a first. Check me. I'll even do story videos on Wednesdays if you guys want me to. I might have to pick a day for story times. Maybe until, like, I get a series for Wednesdays that I don't want to live stream, so I can just do in parts. Maybe I will do story times on Wednesdays when I don't have that to do. If not, then I'll pick another day to do a story. Because I have a few stories. And they might be same ones from streams, but I like to keep my stories short. But in my life, I think more stories will happen the older I get. But if you watch my TikTok, I'm probably going to die before I turn 19, so... The pens in the cup said it, so not me. I might die before I'm 19. Yeah. Don't clap him. That's disgusting, Trev. Like, I'm at the age where I remember very old shows now. because I'm 18, I remember old shows more than new shows. Like they're all like the old stuff are more memorable in my head than the new stuff. Like I remember like the Tim Curry as Pennywise will forever be like the better of the Pennywises. Even though the new movie was better, I'm still gonna remember Tim Curry as Pennywise. Even with Tom Holland's movie as Spider-Man being good, I'm still gonna remember Tobey Maguire as Spider-Man more than I'm gonna remember Tom Holland. Like Tom Holland's Spider-Man is memorable, but in my opinion, he's not, because I'm that age, he's not as memorable as Tobey Maguire. Even though Tobey Maguire's films got a little, like, goofy when he was portraying Spider-Man, he's still going to be memorable because he was, like, one of the first people to actually play a live-action version of Spider-Man in, like, a full-fledged movie. Yeah. But people still say that Spider-Man 4, Sam Raimi's Spider-Man 4 with Tobey Maguire is coming out, but in my mind, no, that's not happening because Tom Holland's playing the part now. And the only way for Andrew Garfield, the worst one, because those I have no clue. And if they're going to ever bring Tobey Maguire back as Peter Parker, they're going to have to do it in a live-action version of Into the Spider-Verse. Yeah, they're going to have to do a live-action version of it if they want Tobey Maguire to play Spider-Man again. Which, in my mind, is a good idea to have a live-action Into the Spider-Verse. However, a friend of mine, not my brother, but a friend of mine who's also coincidentally named Mark, would have been a perfect Miles Morales in the film. All he would have to do is shave his little facial hair, and he'd be Miles Morales. I wouldn't be surprised if my friend Mark dressed as Miles Morales for Halloween this year. To be honest, I wouldn't know what actor would play Miles Morales in that film, though. And not only that, but they'd have to kill off Tom Holland in that film if they were going to do a live-action Spider-Man. Because Into the Spider-Verse, because Into the Spider-Verse, the original Peter Parker died. Oh my god. What is it though? Same with Batman. I will always remember Adam West as Batman. George Clooney. Tom Clooney was never Batman. How do you know if Tom Clooney? Oh, he's wrong on so many levels. Oh, that's a good Joker. Well, who would you associate with as a Joker voice? When you read comics, what voice do you hear? Yeah, exactly. You hear Mark Hamill. Like, if you don't hear Mark Hamill as Joker, then you have something wrong with you, in my opinion. Because Mark Hamill will always be like the best as voicing the Joker, not as acting as the Joker, at voicing the Joker. If you were talking about acting, the only person that could do Heath Ledger better would be me. Because I've been referred to as the Joker. I would do my Joker laugh right now. I would do it right now, however my parents are asleep and I don't want to wake them up because my Joker laugh is pretty loud. Friends told me to do my Joker laugh, so I did it. Now you have to shut down and go to bed. I'm 18. I ain't going to bed yet. Did you guys hear about the MMA fight that ended in 50 seconds because the guy got poked in the eye and he couldn't continue? Mike Tyson lost his boxing license when he bit off Evander Holyfield's ear, right? Now, if you're looking to get on top in the internet industry, like doing like internet things, like you're looking to get popular and get paid just by being a YouTuber, here's what you need to do. Apparently, colorful thumbnails are the thing. In my mind, I don't do thumbnails because one, they take a long time to do, and B, they're just like a cliche way. I don't have the software to do it, and also they're very cliche, in my opinion. I really don't think thumbnails should get too popular. Just like hell, even thumbnails can be fucking clickbait. If someone wants to make me thumbnails, that would be good, but... At this point, everyone sounds like a male. Every name sounds like a male stripper to you, Monster Ball. Also, if you're gonna make a Minecraft house, use torches until you get end rods. Also, if you guys want me to make lists of my top 10 moments that happened in my YouTube career, or my top 10 like stories that I've told, like, or top 10 podcast moments, or rage quits that I've done because I've rage quit before. And you are? I don't know a Dio. I know a Monster Ball, but I don't know a Dio. Oh, terrestrial name is Dio too? I swear that's what Monster Ball said. Also, no, I will not do reaction videos to what I've already watched. If I've seen it already, there will not be a reaction video on it. Like the Avengers Damage Control trailers, I am not doing reaction videos on those because I've seen them. In my mind, a VR version of the MCU sounds cool, but I thought Damage Control would be a movie, to be honest. But in my mind, I thank God it's not, because vibranium Iron Man suits. And there being 2 of them, it has to be like a dual multiplayer for it. And the fact that all the actors who portray each character in the MCU voice their characters in this game seems cool. However, the Hulk should be Professor Hulk still now, not normal Hulk. Also, the thing going around is the reason why Matty Kage versus RJ Smith wasn't that good wasn't because of like the restart. It's because Matty Kage looked severely out of shape for that match. Because at that point he did not want to wrestle RJ because he was in bulking season, not shredding season. Shredding season was like when MCW Mania or an MCW match comes around. He was not set to wrestle in CAW. So when that match was never booked in the first place. The original plan was for RJ to have lost the belt back at, in my opinion, the original plan was for RJ to lose the belt at Demolition Derby so that he could enter the World Cup and the G1. But he decided, no, I'm going to win this, and then he won. And then I was like, if you're gonna win, you're facing Robert. And I did not tell EJ that I was gonna be the one that would attack him. So when you heard his voice when he found out that I was the one who attacked him. That was real. The reason for me not wrestling at my full capacity was because Matty Kage had been out of shape, man. Matty Kage got fat because it's bulking season, not shredding season. When he's in shredding season, then that's when he's at his full potential. Matty Kage is getting in shredding season, as the fact that MCW Mania is rolling around and he knows he has a match. It's going to be shredding season because he knows he has a match coming up, like in next month. And now that I know that I'm the CAW champion, I have to get into shredding season for my match against Adam Batista, which I'm planning on losing. I want to lose that match. I wanted to lose to Adam because I was never meant to be the CAW World Champion in the first place. However, the Death Crew will still be a thing. The Death Crew was always meant to happen. However, there was never meant to be a leader. The Death Crew was originally going to consist of, well, Andrew Todd's heel turn was supposed to happen. That was planned from the beginning. But it was originally supposed to consist of Andrew Todd, obviously, and Antonio Sullivan was supposed to be the Death Crew. But that got turned when I forced my hand to be doing this. So then it became a stable of 4 men: Chris Jericho, myself, Andrew Todd, and John Smith. Where once me and Chris Jericho are done in CAW, it's just going to be Andrew Todd and John Smith. The main thing, the reason why that Matty Kage did not want to wrestle around that time in September was because I believe it was like not that long before that he had his last match in MZW Immortality, which was against Cody. It was like a few months after that was his last match. It was like back in June. So he got in shape after his... So he wasn't really that much in shape for Cody. That's why that match wasn't as good. I want to see that film, Zombieland 2 Double Tap, because the first one was actually really good. Like Zombieland 1 had the best Bill Murray performance after Ghostbusters, of course. Got no. Yeah, literally, that character is dumb, but at this point, it's like it's her superpower. At this point, that's her survival instinct, being dumb. Hold up, I lost my phone. I'm a zombie, I ain't gonna. Oh my god. Does she even have brains? No? Why are we chasing her? Here's the thing about my ex-girlfriend. She loved animals so much. We almost got in an argument about how bad, because I said Garfield was a bad movie. She was like, no, it wasn't. And I'm like, Bill Murray was not a good Garfield. And she was like, Garfield was cute. And I'm like, so you enjoy shitty CGI, is what you're telling me. In my head, I was like, so you enjoy shitty CGI. Her favorite part of Venom was the cat. I showed her Venom. That was her favorite part. She didn't like any of the action. She just liked the cat. Because apparently she sold animals, her family. Because apparently she had a bunch of animals in her home. What did she do? No, you should have just left him. He deserved it. Oh, damn it! I did it again! 1, 2. I'll figure out when I get to it. The end rod, of course. Insane man. Language. Fuck you too. I say language and then I start cursing. This is the way you tell me to make up my damn mind, Monster Ball. Not you, Trey. You don't get to say shit. you guys don't know, because I have school, the Mortal Kombat video was pre-recorded from Sunday. If you guys didn't hear me say it in the video, I pre-recorded it last Sunday. The same, however, I recorded the Rick and Morty reaction video on like 2 in the morning on Monday, because I was like, it's gonna take me like a few minutes to react to it, and it's gonna take me like a few minutes to react to it, and then it's gonna take like hours to upload. So do you believe the referee jumped in and ended the fight? The Jeffery. Yep. Oh no, you got it from the worst person in the world. And also, I might use you guys for the little Jason goes to. There is a pig trapped between where the hallways are. I might use you guys for the voices of Freddy and the gang. These are also probably going to be pre-recorded. If I need you guys for the episode, then that's when I'll let you guys know. He's not counterpunching, is he, Monster Ball? Godly said that when Godly told me about Fortnite, he was like, this should probably be a game for you. Lo and behold, it wasn't. It was not even close to a game for me. A game for me would be a fighting game. Hand me a fighting game, I'm playing the shit out of the towers. You better believe. I'm gonna beat the story, and then I'm gonna play towers. Which is also another reason why I want to get into Cartoon Network, Punch Time Explosion, and Smash Brothers. I'm pretty sure those would be good videos to make. Is it though? Go into a decision. area for you to run, piggy. Yeah, I feel like it's from that game. cheaper and cheaper. Ah, my balls! My malls, my favorite shopping malls closed at 5, Dr. K. We heard this quickly. I can hear that commentary. I know it's all. What is that even supposed to be? What is it supposed to be? Inner monologue or? Now Jim Ross is in AEW, so. Is Jerry Lawler still on Raw now, or did he leave again? I could have sworn I heard him on Raw this week. And now Renee Young is not commentating anymore. I think you have to watch the first one if you want to watch the second one, in my opinion. Yeah. And Bill Murray. Murray was not the cowboy. Bill Murray made a cameo as himself. Hey ref, you need to lose weight. DQ for not losing weight. Imagine that actually happened. The only excuse you can make is if it's bulking season. It's bulking season! Okay, you're still in. Oh, so basically the Incredible Hulk. Green skin, black hair, and an ugly looking face. Well, the one from 2003 does. Because everyone knows how bad that movie was. Yeah, every character was basically annoying orange. Yeah, they're humans, but they were annoying. Well, they weren't annoying because they barely said anything. Because none of them acted. Imagine a movie where no one acts. You're an actor. You need to act. Why you no act? Yeah, but I want you to watch the 2003 movie Hulk. Tell me what you think at the end of it. Nick Gage suffered a prison sentence. Nick Gage had a prison sentence. Well, Nick Gage only served 5. Alright, that's the Fnaf 1 building. That is Fnaf 1. Tune in No temper, the Fnaf 2. Fnaf. Five Nights at Freddy's 1 Pizzeria is done. Only took me like, hold up. How long have I been streaming for? Two hours doing this. Took me 2 hours to make this. as the FNAF 1 pizzeria. Should probably keep these in my inventory because I'm gonna need them. But I think we can get an entrance area. Shred left. Shred left. After I'm done with this, I'm getting off because I'm tired. Just us guys. Got off. I'm about to get off once I'm done with this guy. You don't have to stay if you want. Speaking of like animatronics, I've only been to a Chuck E. Cheese one time in my life, and that was for a friend's birthday. I never went to a Chuck E. Cheese like outside of that one time. It was like I've only been watching wrestling for like a year at that point, maybe like a few months. Like, I just started watching wrestling at that point, so I wasn't very familiar with it, so I didn't know what to talk about it. When I reached, like, 3rd grade, this was 2nd grade I was in, I went to Chuck E. Cheese. So when it reached 3rd grade, also 2nd grade was when I met Billy, but me and him weren't best friends yet. So I hung out with someone else, because another one of my friends named Simon was invited. So I hung out with him through that entire thing. It was so fun. However, the animatronics did creep me out though, including the guy in the suit. Speaking of like, well, animals and people in costumes, who remembers the Banana Splits? Man, apparently they got their own horror film this year, and I didn't know about it. I have it saved to my phone, so I'm going to watch it sometime, maybe later this week, see if it's good. And apparently they're the killers, which made sense because they were so creepy. And again, the Chuck E. Cheese I went to was very creepy as well. So...
Been watching wrestling since kindergarten.
Who has? Tourette. At this point, around this time, I wasn't like a big wrestling fan. Like later on, I'd become super obsessed with it. Like that would be my entire life. Wrestling took over my entire life later on. Just not at that point yet. Characters I knew were whoever was in WWE at around that time, which was The Undertaker, Edge. I used to hate Edge, then later on he became my favorite wrestler of all time. Watching around the time when Ric Flair retired in WWE. So I started watching, I want to say, I was in 2nd grade. 2009, I went to Chuck E. Cheese. So this was around 2009, so I was like 8 years old. That was the only time I ever went to Chuck E. Cheese in my life for a friend's birthday. I never went to another Chuck E. Cheese outside of that. Like, ever. That was the only time I ever went. It still remains the only time I ever went. And to be honest, after Five Nights at Freddy's came out, I don't think I'll be sending my children to a Chuck E. Cheese. Ever. After the first Fnaf game came out, that kind of gave me weird feelings about animatronics. Because the first Fnaf came out when I was in middle school. I think the first Fnaf came out in August 8th, 2014, which means I was about to start, I want to say 7th grade. No, I just started So I was about to start 8th grade, so my last year of middle school. There is a wandering villager out here, and kill him. I had just started middle school. So yeah, I had just started middle school around. I just started like 8th grade around this time, so. When the first Fnaf game came out, I didn't really think much of it. The only time I actually got around to see something about Fnaf was around Halloween time that year. I was like, okay, you know what? It's October, might as well give this Fnaf thing a try. So I watched Markiplier do a video on it, and I wouldn't stop talking about it in school. To the point where my friend Billy, my best friend, was like, dude, shut the fuck up, dude. No one cares. Like, the same thing with wrestling. No one cared. Because I was super obsessed with it now. And I don't know what caused it. Maybe it was because the game was so popular. Everyone knew what it was. It was basically the 2014 version of Slender Man. Because Slender Man was irrelevant, so we needed something new. So we got Five Nights at Freddy's. So that became big, and then it became a series of games, which I think they should just stop at 4 because they titled the 4th one the final chapter, and then they didn't fall through. It was like, whenever something's titled the final chapter, it is never the final chapter. It's like, if you look in history, the 7th Saw film, which was the worst Saw film, was dubbed the final chapter. Was it? For a while, yes. However, then they made Jigsaw, like, 2 years ago, so. Almost, like, about 2 years ago, they made Jigsaw, so it wasn't the final chapter. Then they had Friday the 13th Part 4, the final chapter. Was that the final chapter of Friday the 13th? No. They proceeded to make movies because money was involved. And you know how much Paramount loved that money. And then, also if they say a character dies, then that's also not the final chapter. Because they'll just be revived. Freddy's Dead, the final nightmare, was set to be the final Elm Street movie. Was it? Nope. They proceeded to make more. And money was involved. So, of course, they made more. So, whenever something's dubbed the final chapter, just to let you guys know, it's not the final chapter. There's always going to be another one. If I ever make something and I dub it the final chapter, that's the final chapter. That's the last thing you're going to see of that. It's over. A chicken spawned in the middle of it. I have to kill it. And I just dropped my sword. And it laid an egg. Up the ass. If anything's ever dubbed the final chapter, don't believe that's the final chapter at this point, guys, because you know it's not going to be the final chapter. And it will never be the final chapter, because if anything's dubbed the final chapter, then there's going to be more to come in the next few years. I mean, that was the end of Fnaf for like a good few months, and then Sister Location came out. No. It was set to be the final chapter, then Fnaf World came out. And then Fnaf started going back to its horror roots, because Fnaf was a big pile of shit. So it went back to its horror roots, and then Scott Cawthon stopped making it like about 18 every year, so about one every month, and decided to make one every year. where last year was FNAF VR. 2014 it was FNAF 1 and FNAF 2. 2015, 3 and 4. 2014, I think, was FNAF World and Sister Location was 2016. 2017 was, I want to say, Freddy Pizzeria Simulator. 2018 was... Oh, and 2018 was the Ultimate Custom Night and FNAF VR. And then this year, Scott Cawthon's releasing... No, this year was FNAF VR. So there's 2 FNAF games coming out this year. So it's FNAF VR and FNAF AR, where FNAF will take... So how FNAF AR plays is that you have your phone. It's a mobile game. You have your phone, and you turn the... You have to have the camera on, otherwise it won't work. You turn the camera on, and you have your phone like this, and your phone will show you where an animatronic is. Like, say, Freddy's like right in front of me right now. My phone will show Freddy, but you guys can't see it because it's on my phone. He's not in the real world, but this phone will make you think he's in the real world. And if you don't run away from him, and it actually makes you want to run. So basically, it's an exercise tool. It's basically like Pokemon Go, but FNAF, and you're not catching him, you're running from him. At this point, nowadays FNAF has become irrelevant to the point where Scott's just trying to make new things for FNAF about new parts of the video game industry. Like, he dipped his hand in the VR, that was good. Now he's trying to dip his hand into this little thing where you walk around and see an animatronic with your phone and not in real life. I want to know what he's trying to dip his hand into after this. I want to know what is left after this. Because FNAF Custom Night was... He dipped his hand into books. He's dipped his hand into VR. Trying to bring the animatronics into real life. And he's trying... At this point, don't be surprised if he makes an entire FNAF game console. That's based on making FNAF games. And that's the only way you can play a FNAF game, is if you have the console. And then he might dip his hand into the music industry, where you play Rock Band with FNAF characters. And then soon there will be a Battle Royale genre, which no one can play. And there's been talks about a FNAF movie for the longest time, and it got canceled, so... However, I have seen photos of what the animatronics were supposed to look like, so... It was set to be a thing, however, now it's not going to be. Because if it were to be a thing, the schedule for, like, the release would have been next year, so... Next year would have been their deadline. So that's not happening. So yeah. At this point, I wouldn't be surprised if he made an MMO. At this point, FNAF is a very marketable product, mainly towards younger viewers. Another reason why I think this show will succeed, because it brings horror movie fans and the kids into one universe, where they like FNAF, and those horror fans like Jason. So, I think those words converging is set to be either fun or a disaster. A reason why I wanted to do this, because the failure of Jason Goes to Prison, it was set to be a big thing, and then I saw there were no views on the second episode, so no one cared. What would happen if Jason went to prison? And also if Jason could talk. But with this series, now that I'm doing this series on the PS4 and not my phone, hopefully this series works out. However, I'm going to have to edit every episode because there's going to be a time machine point where, you know, where Jason has to go back in time for like season 2, where it's Fnaf 2, and season 4 for Fnaf 4. Not only that, but we also have to make, along with Fnaf 4, we have to make the pizzeria, which means I have to make many maps. Many. I'm not sure you guys get this. I have to make so many maps for this shit. And every time I make a map, there has to be some things. And also, I think another reason why the series failed is because I also looked at many of the other episodes that were set to come out after it, and each one looked like the plot was getting worse and worse. So that's why I stopped Jason Goes to Prison and all the spin-offs. Now we're gonna do what a Jason and FNAF 1 series, where I'm gonna set it to be 20 episodes. 20. Where Jason discovers the lore and all this other shit. Where we have to set every scene up in advance. I also have to time myself because I don't know how long these videos go. These episodes are gonna go. Maybe about half 30 minutes or half an hour. I don't know how long I want each plot to go. Like, I had a plot for FNAF 1, 2, 3, and 4 for a different series, but that never came to be because Pocket Edition never was the best Minecraft version. That's why we're gonna have Jason here do it. This is the best Jason we can find, so you're gonna have to deal with it. Have to set scenery, which means I have to think of titles for every episode in advance. And if you want me to make a reboot of the Jason Goes to Prison series, leave in the comments below. Me and my friends I'll live stream me and my friends making an entire prison for Jason to be in. And we'll even have some of my friends do voiceovers, those who have Minecraft, do voiceovers for characters. Like, we need Jason to have a best friend around this time, so... Say this season's done. We might go into like a different series, like Jason Goes to Prison or Jason Becomes a Superhero. However, Jason Becomes a Superhero might never happen because we're gonna have to build a whole fucking city and we ain't got time for that. It's better to download a city, however you can't download cities in Pocket Edition or PS4 because you can't download maps. There's no map downloader. However, if we're gonna do Jason and a bunch of other stuff, then maybe we can do it. Maybe. I don't know. Maybe the FNAF 2 building will be behind this one. So that no one knows it's there. And we'll go so on and so forth until we reach all the way over there. Until we reach like FNAF. FNAF 6 might be a season where we give Jason his own business, where he takes control over Fazbear Incorporated. So he makes an attraction to lure afternoon. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed me building this for over 2 hours, or 2 or 3 hours. Like, comment, subscribe. See you fellas next time. See ya! Tomorrow for CAW.